Welcome to this episode of Diecast Emporium, brought to you by Diecast Diecast, building your world in miniature. Today we'll be taking a look at two Tonkin Caterpillar models, two special edition models in fact. As you can see, don't adjust your cell phone or your TV set. These actually are white Caterpillar models, and we'll get into a little bit more of that here in a minute. We put the models to the side, we'll take a look at the boxes. They are pretty similar to what you're used to. They are the Caterpillar yellow and black. But as you can see, they have this little white and black stripe here that says White Edition. That's the 972. And, of course, likewise, here's the 775G White Edition. Now, both of these models are limited to 200 pieces in the United States each, so they're very, very rare. So first, we'll take a look at the 775G off-highway truck. This is a very nice model, and it first appeared as a Tonkin Caterpillar model in Caterpillar Yellow about a year or so ago. But really, the model was less than perfect, and really, there was a few things that I pointed out and some other reviewers pointed out that really could do with some tinkering and fixing. Well, I'm happy to say that Tonkin has actually listened to us, and they've incorporated some of those changes, so let's take a look at those now. First off, the dump angle is fantastic, and many of you keen-eye viewers will also notice one huge difference straight away. The cylinders here are actually silver and not that off-color yellow plastic that just bended horribly and looked terrible. Likewise, there's two screws right here on the dump body. Let's see if I can point this out here. Right in here, that are actually painted white, so they don't stand out like they did on the yellow model when they weren't painted. So those two features especially, it was really good to see that they were kind of changed and re-engineered with this model. Like the yellow one, there are holes up here. These are lifting eyes, so you can actually lift the body if you wanted to pose this machine being lifted by a crane. Some nice rock deflectors back here between the wheels. And speaking of these nice wheels, by the way, these two right here, the outer sections of the wheels, can be taken off to reduce the transport width of the machine. But really, in all actuality, it doesn't really do much because you'd have to take the bed extensions and the walkways off to really reduce the transport width at all. But still, you know, a nice feature nonetheless, and it's better to have it than not to have it at all. Good range of steering motion on the front wheel. And it has a nice tread pattern. On the front, some mirrors, metal handrails, and the mirrors do have silvered surfaces. I know you can't see it from this angle. And some nice painted white wheel chocks here on the front. So that's the 775. This is the 972K. Now this model, the yellow one, has also been reviewed on this channel, so you can really check that out if you want a more in-depth of it. But there's not much change in terms of the modeling engineering, but that's okay, because the 972 was just fine, in my opinion, the way that it was. And the Global Mining White Edition really just adds a lot to it. I love this color scheme. Still a great range of motion across the pivot point. Some nice oscillation of the rear wheels, like any wheel loader should. Some 2-scale hand and grab rails, a nice aerial antenna up on top. If you look at the back, accurately modeled counterweight for the 972, and a nice cat logo up here. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I definitely do want to give another shout out. Many of you guys may have noticed that actually just today, this is my first video that I've entered into a partnership with DHS Diecast for the next 6 months, so I look forward to working with them, and hopefully a lot of you guys will check them out. Really, they have an open house and an auction coming up here in the next few months. You can visit dhsdiecast.com to learn more about that. And it's definitely worth your time. They have a lot of great models, and they are one of the best in the world in terms of what they have to offer. So until next time, guys, we'll see you in the next video. And as always, thank you very much.